Yeah, you duh. Yeah, you duh. You down with AIP? Yeah, you know me. Anything is possible to create. The key on the mic, I'm the truth, no fantasy. Podcast flow, old school vibe guaranteed. AIP, every listener knows. Breaking barriers, smashing the foes. Convos deeper than a philosopher's prose. We planting seeds, watch how it grows. Jumped on the beat like a classic cassette. Late night talk, the vibe you won't forget. Dropping wisdom gems, the grind is set. Every story told, ain't no limits met. You open the mind, the world opens wide. On this podcast, real thoughts collide. From the cooks in the kitchen to the suits we chide. Dreams get bigger when the truth's supplied. Sip on success like it's poured in a mug. Real talk, no BS, no need for a shrug. In your ear like an anthem, snug as a hug. Tune in, feel the buzz, plug after plug. AIP, every listener knows. Breaking barriers, smashing the foes. Convos deeper than a philosopher's prose. We planting seeds, watch how it grows. AIP, every listener knows. Breaking barriers, smashing the foes. Convos deeper than the philosopher's prose. We planting seeds, watch how it grows. Watch how it grows. Watch how it grows. In the swamp where the secrets lay thick. Whispers in the shadows, they hit like a brick. Talking with the moon, got the stars in a twist. Truth or illusion, the facts get dismissed. Talking with conspiracy, whispers in the air. Truth in the trenches, but who really care? From the dirty south where the legends get made. Stories in the dark, watch the shadows parade. Slick tongues spin tales like a spider on a thread. Hood prophets preach knowledge while the streets stay fed. Voices echo deep where the rivers don't flow. Lost truths buried under where the cold winds blow. Heavy bass thump, got the block hypnotized. Mysteries unfold under blood red skies. Voices in the static, they creep through the scene. Street sermons spill truths, but they cut like a guillotine. Talking with conspiracy, whispers in the air. Truth in the trenches, but who really care? From the dirty south where the legends get made. Stories in the dark, watch the shadows parade.
All you ever hear about in this country is our differences. It's all they ever talk about. Politicians and the media always pushing the things that separate us, things that make us different. That's the way the ruling class operates in any society. They divide the rest of the people. They keep the lower and the middle classes fighting with each other so that they, the rich, can run off with all the fucking money. Fairly simple thing. Fairly simple thing happens to work. Anything that's different about us, you know that's what they're pushing at you. Racial differences, religious, ethnic, national backgrounds, jobs, income, education, social status, sexuality, anything they can do to keep us fighting with each other so that they can keep going to the bank.
It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club.
Welcome everybody to the AIP channel, and I appreciate y'all coming back for another week of fun. Appreciate Watt Life in the #1 up in the YouTube chat. It's going to be, going to be another fun one right now. We got double checking on everything. No, I'm sorry, Mr. Control. You're not in the big club, but don't worry, neither am I. Nobody here is in this is in the big club. Actually, going live on another program tonight, so just double checking everything. We got everybody's here. It's gonna be. I got a little bit of stuff to show. We might have some Jamie and Dave might be here. Going to be late. Work and life and all that kind of stuff. So it is what it is. We're going, as they say, the show can still has to go on, and we're going to have fun. Get my bookmarks pulled up. I forgot to get my bookmarks pulled up. What's up, Sweets? Sweets is in the house. Uh, I got both of them here. I'm gonna show this right here. It's kind of messed up. I'm gonna start off on those poor people in Hawaii. It's kind of messed up.
Look at this. I think they're trying to open Oprah's road. Come on, Oprah. Save us. Road to all the way up country, bro. All the way up country. She got it all to herself. And everybody trying to get in. Cops trying to open it. Nope. Still closed. Man. She got her own road from Wailea all the way up country, which is the safe zone. And she won't even save us. Now, I don't know that, but road's still closed. People are still passing it. And we're still stuck. And a tsunami is coming. I have an hour and a half until it hits, so we're getting there. And I'm still in Kie. Kalui is low.
It's crazy. What's up, Gigi? Gigi's show is in the house. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's crazy right here. And even Jay Anderson posted something about that. Look at where he was just at. It was right here with this little red. So they could have cut around and cut up the hill and made it so much better for the people trying to get to safety. But you know, Oprah and Dwayne Johnson's only gonna go, grandstand when they got something to gain out of it. Worry about the Hawaiian people. Worry about the people. Hell, it is, but not when it counts. They ain't using my road. They ain't messing up my road. Let's save a few million people. No big deal. Mm-mm-mm. Kind of messed up. Kind of messed up. Uh, and on a positive note,
really moving now. Oh dear. Oh, that family has just thrown their shoe at him. Oh.
only in Florida. Only in Florida.
No. Throwing the shoe at him. Get the shoe and eat it. Run off with her shoe. That serves her right. Throwing the shoe in.
That woman is standing.
She's lost the slider now. It's in the lake.
Gigi, is that cut down there close to you? Whatever. That's pretty funny though. Pretty funny. Pretty funny stuff. Watch out, Shadow. Shadow's trying over here. Let's see. Damn it, boy. I had a feeling. What do y'all think about this interstellar object that's heading our way. Joe Rogan's concerned.
Do you hear about that fucking object that's hurtling towards Earth at like 130,000 miles an hour?
No, that might solve all our problems.
Some intergalactic object that's hurt. There's this guy, Avi Loeb. He's a professor at Harvard that believes it might be an alien probe.
Wow.
And he was talking about the odds of this thing being in the trajectory that it is, entering into our solar system in a direct path with Earth. The odds are extremely low. And at the place where it's doing it, it's when the Earth is the opposite side of the sun. So it's coming from behind the sun. And it's so it makes it difficult to detect. And that this object is in a direct line to come to Earth in 2027.
Do they have a trajectory of where it's going to land?
I don't think they totally know that yet. I think they're trying to calculate whether or not it's actually going to hit Earth or come near Earth or pass by Earth or what it, what it is. Like,
why do they think it's an alien satellite or whatever?
Well, there's this guy, Avi Loeb, this professor that I'm discussing. He also had an analysis of another object that passed by Earth a few years back that they named, and they said that this thing had a very bizarre metallic sort of a look to it that he did not think, based on the shape of it and the way it was traveling, that it was natural. So he thought that that could have been some sort of an alien craft as well. I don't know. It's too fun. It's too fun.
But as it gets closer, we could probably decipher.
Scientists give chilling update on mysterious interstellar object racing through our solar system as they warn it's even bigger than we thought. Provide a chilling update on a mysterious interstellar object that's racing through our solar system using data from the Vera C. Rubin Observatory. Experts have revealed just how big the object dubbed 31 Atlas really is. According to their analysis, the object measures roughly 7 miles in diameter. Holy fuck. How big is New York City? Bigger than Mount Everest, making it the largest interstellar object ever spotted. Professor Avi Loeb, theoretical physicist and cosmologist from Harvard University, suggested the object could be an alien spacecraft. However, not everyone is convinced. Chris Lintott, an astronomer at the University of Oxford, told Live Science any suggestion that it's artificial is nonsense and nonsense on stilts. He added that these claims are an insult to the exciting work going on to understand this object. But Harvard's legit, and Avi Loeb is a legit astronomer.
Right. I mean, let's not rule anything out.
Yeah. So
as it gets closer,
there's something about it, about the way it's traveling, that it's bizarre. It doesn't have a trail like a comet does.
Right.
Scroll up a little so I can see that. The images of the comet were actually snapped by the Vera C. Rubin before it was officially discovered. However, since it was identified on July 1st, just a little bit ago, scientists have scoured back through data to find out more about the mysterious object. New study published on RXIV, whatever that is. More than 200 researchers have confirmed the likely size of the comet's main body, known as its nucleus. Their analysis suggests the nucleus has a radius of around 3.5 miles. That translates to a diameter or width of about 7 miles. To put that in perspective, bigger than Mount Everest, twice the size of Mount Kilimanjaro. Fuck.
That honeymoon was way smaller.
Wow.
Yeah, so the
Yeah, if that thing comes and it says hi to us, we're not going to have to worry about it, because that kind of magnitude, it's going to knock us back into the Stone Age, whoever's left.
how do you say it?
Oumuamua, I think.
Oh, Oumuamua.
Oumuamua.
Discovered in 2017. He came on and talked to us about that. Was believed to be around 0.2 miles wide. And comet Borisov, discovered in 2019, was roughly 0.61 kilometer wide. So this thing is fucking huge. Yeah. So previously speaking to Mail Online, Professor Loeb pointed out that its impressive speed of 130,000 miles per hour as an indication that it might be controlled by aliens. He said it's difficult to imagine a natural process that would favor a plunge towards the inner solar system at 60 kilometers per second, he said. An alternative is that the object targets the inner solar system by some technological design. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Well, hopefully they come in peace.
Well, that might be the end of the earth. Maybe that's like they realize like that's when AI starts to take over and they think it's chaos. So like it's just that's when it's gonna happen. So let's just like launch a 7-mile wide thing into the earth and just start all over again like the dinosaurs.
Well, that you're saying it hits and then our AI fights it?
No.
Or they
It wipes out. The AI
Oh,
takes over and it's like this isn't gonna work. So it wipes it out. Just like when the dinosaurs were here. The
right.
dinosaurs were too powerful. And they're like, yeah, let's just fucking start from scratch. Maybe that's how they like reset the game.
Huh. And then so humanity is wiped out.
Everything's wiped out. Yeah, we start fresh with new organisms. And then they come along and do genetic engineering just like they did with us and monkeys and create a new version of humans. But this time it's a little less territorial, a little more inquisitive, a little more interested. And
yeah, that thing is huge. Huge. What's up, LJ in the Rumble chat? You know, if it is a spaceship, who knows? Everything is pushing the next few years. It's crazy. Between 2027 and 2030, if we make it to 2030, I guess if that damn thing don't hit us, it's just going to be a whole wide new world, the way it seems. I thought this was pretty funny. Show this one to y'all. See what y'all, you know, for the carriers around. I wanted to show this to Jamie, but he's not.
Now, for everyone saying that off-body carry is super obvious, you're doing it wrong. The whole entire purpose of off-body carry is to be discreet and blend in with the public. For example, you're going to need the correct accessories: camera, hat, glasses. And now I just go to Disneyland, had to blend in with public. See? No, I saved the spot. I got here first. No, I saved the spot. I got here first. I said I saved the spot. I got here first. Don't be a fucking dumbass. No.
The crazy stuff you see on here. That is a slick little pocket in the back of that backpack. That's crazy. And you won't be able to tell. You can carry a whole bunch of extra stuff with you. Extra pew pew. Oh yeah, I saved this one here. Jay Anderson, you know, when you get done watching this, you know, you can check out Jay Anderson's new video talking about the you got that beat. What's up, Charlie? Glad to see you here too. Yeah, it's gonna. I've been enjoying the Jay Anderson Project Unity videos and stuff like that. Oh hell, really, LJ? Nice. And more of that. Even Tim Hogan, the Grand Master of the Knights Templar, if you believe that. So, you know, I was talking, you know, there's 2 sects. I think there's 2 or 3 sects of Knight Templar running around right now. But I think Tim Hogan is the one that you can actually track his bloodline and go back all the way to the Templars. If I remember right, hearing this story.
We believe that there's a massive hall of records that's underneath the pyramids. It goes beyond the Giza Plateau. It actually, there are tunnel networks between Giza and Saqqara about 20 miles away that are completely closed off by the Egyptian government. And there is evidence of this advanced technology all throughout that. And this is all going to be coming out in the years ahead. I can promise you, you can hear it here, you know, but you'll look back on this conversation and you'll be like, oh yeah, that's what he was talking about.
Tim said it first.
That's right. So, but
Well, Tim didn't say it first, but a lot of people said it over the years about being a records in there. There's tunnels, and now that with the new lidar that they used, um, there's pretty much shows there's something underneath the pyramids and everything. It's wild. What did I show here? Oh yeah, we've been talking a lot about weather manipulation and them using it. And I remember when this came out years ago, and it was like it's amazing because it's like they show us little pieces of truth, little touches of truth, and then it disappears again. Like, whoop, we almost sold so much, and then you see it over and over again.
Lasers, really? To change the weather?
That's right. Well, as Mark Twain once famously said, everyone complains about the weather, but no one ever does anything about it. Well, instead of doing a rain dance, we physicists are firing trillion-watt lasers into the sky to actually precipitate rain clouds and actually bring down lightning bolts. Go ahead.
Well, this fascinates me in part because, too, I remember reading the stories that China had used this during the Olympics, that the USSR had used this after Chernobyl to create rain clouds. I mean, did those really work then? We have some of these capabilities now?
Inconclusive. Even in the 60s, the CIA used this to bring down monsoons during the Vietnam War, to wash out the Viet Cong. Governments have been playing with this thing.
Alleged to.
Alleged to, right.
Yeah.
Now, we realize that for decades now, these governments have been alleged to have experimented with
quotation marks, alleged. What's up, Wally? Man, do all the eating and lurking you want to, but yeah, I alleged. He said it straight up, and then she had to add alleged because somebody got up on her ear and said, "Whoa, man, we can't come out and say that definitely." Because people are going to believe, he's a scientist and all that. They're going to believe him. We can't. We got to make sure we put that alleged word in there.
Under control, but nothing conclusive. This time we're bringing in the laws of physics rather than simply waving our hands and uttering mumbo jumbo. We're actually using trillion-watt lasers now. And in the laboratory, sure enough, they precipitate rain out of water vapor. Sure enough, you can actually bring down electricity down the beam. Firing trillion-watt lasers, you rip apart the electrons, creating what are called ions, and these ions act like seeds, like dust particles, bringing down rain and even lightning.
Again, they've been telling us the truth for all these years. It's just, they're making us piece it together and put everything together and go add it all together. It'll be, Jeremy Clarkson has that video. We showed that on here. Do I have it on here? Let's see if I have it in my media right here. No, I don't have it on here. But you got Jeremy Clarkson popped up on there and showed that video. I mean, there's so many times that they turn around and show us the truth and like, wait a minute, we might have done that. I got lots of random videos, but
lasers, really? To change?
Hush. But this is my random bookmark folder, so it's it's got to be random. I got to throw. I'm gonna try to throw some more funnier videos in between, so it ain't because some days we get kind of gloom and doom and all this chaos going on in the world. We got to have fun. Have a little more fun. Oops. I'm a badass little kid. I used to love watching that people at Walmart stuff, man. It was website. You go to there and watch all that crazy pictures of just random, especially back in the good old days, pre COVID, where you go around and you could have fun and be at Walmart at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And you could really see some random people doing silly ass shit, running around on the bicycles and skateboards and uh, throwing football through the store. Not that I would have done a thing like that, you know. Mm-mm. Never, never. I seen this was pretty cool. Rest in peace, oh Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness, has gone to where he's going. Oops. Thanks, Shadow. Did I say this? Yeah, it's kind of weird the clapping at the dead body part. I mean, I guess everybody does, everybody does their own thing on death, and they do different things. I know I think it was one of my cousins or something passed away. And of course, we're in the middle. Went to a funeral, middle of Mississippi. And of course, they got music playing, while everybody's walking around doing their thing. And for whatever reason, they put on Freebird. Leonard Skinner, Freebird. And so everybody in the room started singing, quotation marks, Freebird at a funeral. My mom looked over at me and just shook her head. I'm like, God love the cousins, though. They're special. They're special. Um, this is actually pretty cool. This dude, for if you're actually quadriplegic where you can't move your neck down, he actually made something where you can actually control computers with your mouth. Get rid of that music. Control your phone. I guess it's Bluetooth. I wonder about the Bluetooth, using Bluetooth waves and stuff inside your mouth, and I don't know. Some people say having no radio signals and stuff is already bad enough, like using headphones with Bluetooth and all that. Now this inside your mouth. Oh, guess time will tell. But it is pretty. That is pretty neat, to have a touchpad so folks can actually communicate and do stuff that they wouldn't be able to do without it. Have they had mouth cancer? I guess they're even it could cause it, or brain cancer, because the waves are coming out the mouth. And I'm not a doctor, Mr. YouTube. I'm just I'm just here talking, asking questions. Yeah, I'm maybe not LJ. You know, having those radio waves come back out of you can't be good. You know, and they could maybe make it safe. I don't know. I hope they can help more people like that. I mean, I guess that's why another reason why they're trying to, the Neuralink with, um, and I wonder about that too, like Neuralink and stuff like that. Yes, this is for entertainment purposes only. Don't don't get your panties in a bind, Mr. YouTube. But we the most disgusting mouse in the world. Yeah, I mean it's cool, it's a cool concept and it's cool an idea, but but it makes you wonder, and like I say with Neuralink, you're plugging your brain and you're transmitting. How is it transmitting out to the other parts of, is that Bluetooth also? Is that or something else? I haven't really looked into it that hard because I ain't planning on getting no little uh, Neo stabbed in the back of my head. Though the concept of being able to learn like a whole bunch of stuff at one time is kind of cool. Like that would be awesome. That'd be the only good thing about it. The rest of it, nah. Unless it's helps bring people back or something. I seen this video earlier. It kind of got me asking questions and stuff, and yeah.
And I said, teachers don't stop until June. He said, no, you have to understand, this is February, and we have to prevent the weaponization of space because there is a lie being told to everyone that the weaponization of space is now first being based upon the evil empire, the Russians. There are many enemies, he said, against whom we're going to build this space-based weapon system, the first of whom was the Russians, which was existing at that time. Then there would be terrorists. Then there would be third world countries. Now we call them rogue nations or nations of concern. Then there would be asteroids. And then he would repeat to me over and over, and the last card, the last card, the last card would be the extraterrestrial threat. Well, at the time, I kind of laughed when he said asteroids, and when he said extraterrestrials, I knew I wasn't going to deal with that subject.
Kind of put me in the mind of, what is going on right now. I just showed the video with the asteroids. I It's sad, LJ. We got to do that now. It's and it's crazy looking back on so many people now, and like if you see a lot of let's see how we can say this without getting in trouble. Former leaders' wives and stuff look very suspicious, very sus, as the kids say nowadays. Uh, yeah, it don't. You see more and more, so it kind of makes you wonder. Maybe that's why there's been such a push for a certain agenda, is because the powers that be, that's how they are, and they want everybody to be enjoy their same lifestyle. You know, we see the Candace Owens getting sued right now by Macron, and she ain't backing down. She said she been fired up and saying some wild stuff lately, but she ain't backing down from the Macron stuff. It's wild to see that. Here's one more like on stuff, with the weather manipulation. These two guys did it in a science experiment in a room. What can the government do? I agree with LJ. Hey, that's their life. That lifestyle should not be pushed on everybody. Like we should all be able to, want everybody to do it. And maybe, let's see, keep me out of trouble. You know, maybe that's part of that agenda that we talked about last week with the, bringing numbers down that Uncle Bill was talking about in that video from last week. But check this out. This is wild. They made a tornado in a room. That's wild. It's pouring from one pot to fix the other.
Oh, look at all that water.
Yeah, dry ice in a warm room. And let's see what somebody made a comment about it. It was kind of something else on the Project Unity. Check out this stone.
This is rose quartz granite. Okay, so 7.5 out of 10 on the hardness scale. You can't attribute this to copper chisels, that's for sure. Construction. I'm not climbing, I'm walking on sand.
They don't want you seeing it.
Well, I got it on 4K camera.
I love it. I love it. F them. They don't want you to see that kind of stuff, man. They don't want to see the stuff going on in the world over there. Like I said, after here, Sweets dropped a link in the chat. I recommend checking out that video. And once you're done with this one, now we gotta stay here with me first. We gotta hang out and talk and raise hell and say random shit all night. And there's that. Believe what you want. My buddy Bryce here, UFC fighter. I have trained with him. I got pictures with him and everything. So, but he went over to Abu Dhabi and started dropping scripture over there in the middle of all that. I'm proud of him for sticking up to what he believes and not backing down from nobody or whatever. He says some wild things sometimes, flat earth stuff. If you believe that, it gets very controversial, and some other stuff he said we won't bring up. I want to get him on the podcast one day. We're gonna get Bryce Mitchell. I got to reach out to his coach and say I want Bryce, and he can just have fun. We can go live, or we can. I probably don't need to go live with Bryce Mitchell. We can record and have fun. But yeah, here's my buddy Bryce, Mr. Thug Nasty.
You took a big knee in the first round, came back in round 2 and 3. That was honestly my hardest fight I think ever. I never complain, and I always thank Jesus Christ. Remember, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, against spiritual wickedness, evil powers in high places. Arm yourselves with the full armor of God, the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness, the belt of truth, walk in the sandals of peace, most of all the shield of faith that blocks all fiery darts of the devil, and the sword, which is the word and the spirit of God. Amen.
And let me tell you, after that high-paced fight, for him to remember that verse right there, that's impressive on its own.
That is pretty impressive. I'm probably gonna get a damn copyright mark on that, but I think it's worth it. It'd be all right. I'm not monetized anyway, so it's not gonna hurt nothing whatsoever. It is what it is. But yeah, it's him having the cojones to get out there in front of all the Muslims and say what he did. Much love, respect for the man. Oh yeah, here's another funny video. Like I said, I wanted to keep it random, keep it funny. Before I hit play, what is wrong with this picture?
Hey. Willy, no sea mamón, cuñado. ¿En la escalera? Ya bájense. ¿Y cómo se van a bajar? ¡Ey! Le dije que estaba mala. Pero Willy, que a poco no se dio cuenta que allá estaban las puertas, cabrón. ¡Ey, no, pero... Willy, ¿por qué rayos se pone usted a hacer las cosas que no puede? Le expliqué hace rato en la mañana, la escalera va así. No, que yo voy a hacer a mi manera, que yo soy el encargado, que aquí, pues ahí está su encargado, ahí está. Por eso ya te dije que siempre lo controlas tú. Al paisa también ya le dije que el paisa... Sí, pero ¿cómo ¿quieres terminar allá? ¿Y ahora cómo se van a bajar? ¿Y ahora cómo se van a bajar aquellos? No, dice que va a hacer un caminito aquí para allá. Dice, va a hacer una...
I wish I. Yeah, Indy, no problem, Indy. What's up, Andy? Yeah, this is so y'all got watch out on the YouTube chat. Indian Sweet, so get you. Or Jess Rosie if she shows up. But yeah, I'm like, how did they do that? Like, it's one of the things like, really, how in the hell did they do that? Knowing like it's just funny. And they're gonna have to tear them stairs down. And they like you can just like remove them and flip them. You gotta go. Yeah. Yep. Here's another Florida video. If this ain't a Florida video, I don't. Yeah, we don't want no time. We put people in timeout, kids in timeout. Gigi, if you're still floating around, this gotta be your neck of the woods.
Nothing.
I ain't playing that music. I ain't getting demonetized twice today. Well, I'm already demonetized, but I had to pull some of the part back out, cut it out. And look at that gator though. And he's like, whatever, and gets away. It's got to be Florida, though. That big gator stopped that truck. No problem, Mission Control. Yeah, it's supposed to be some rain coming down here, I think Friday. Or maybe tomorrow. I forget. I know it's supposed to cool down. Thankfully. It's supposed to cool down. It's going to be in the upper 80s, but by God, that's going to be better than nothing. Yeah, he's over there. Oh, yeah, this is another. Another fun video.
Dave?
You're not supposed to be home yet.
Why?
I wasn't expecting you home. Like, this is
What is happening?
Well, we do things that we're not supposed to when you're not here. So, the dishes, the house is a mess. Like, I did not expect you home right now. But I gotta go get that stuff done. You want to watch him for a second?
What do you mean?
Yeah, we hooked this toy helicopter thing on, and then we put the controls in, and now he's like flying around. He can actually go all the way up and land on the roof.
He's gonna fall off the door.
No, he's buckled in there. He's all set. We even put a backup safety up there. I wish I could fit in it. I'd land on the roof.
Dad, that's good. I can't leave the house again.
She's like, I can't leave the house again. That's pretty cool. What's up, Raz? On the Rumble? It is good parenting. Little kids having fun. Yeah, it would be cool if it's big enough. I've been in them things. That wouldn't be fun that way, but sitting in it like that would be kind of cool, especially for a kid. That'd be pretty cool because you can move around and act like you're flying. That would be pretty cool. Did I miss any videos? No. Oh, yeah, no. I skipped around a little bit. It's like playing charts. Yeah. I've watched a few videos with Frank Zappa lately, and Frank Zappa has telling some stuff, I think.
The reality is invented for you by people who choreograph it. There's got to be an office in Washington someplace where a bunch of people that you never heard of choreograph reality. It's not just what the next photo op is going to be. It's what is the interpretation of a given international event. And this has to be generally dispensed through the media with no questions asked. The closest you would get to something really reflecting actual behavior and actual attitudes is what happens on Fox. Fox has shows which have a little bit more of a contemporary, realistic feel. So The Simpsons, Living Color, and the other thing that is very successful is that Beverly Hills 91012 or whatever it is. The interesting thing about Bundy-like characters in all sitcoms, the universal rule of all sitcoms is fathers are weak, fathers are bad, mothers are wise. This has been with us since the 50s, and this has sent a very bad psychological message to the entire society. It has made fatherhood almost a criminal activity. And a lot of people would be dissuaded from ever becoming a dad based on the images that are presented to the public from American television shows. And this goes all over the world. And you know what? American dads lived up to the image. They eventually became just as stupid and ineffectual as there's plenty of real Bundys out there. That's the reason why that show resonates. With each administration, they get to nominate the people that they want to sit on the FCC. And the FCC, although it's not chartered as a censorship organization, they do censor either directly or by inference or by threatening people's licenses. And so certain things just don't go on the air. Because the news isn't just the story. It's how often they repeat the story, what the tone of voice is that is used to set up the story, how the story is actually photographed, whether or not they bring on a so-called expert to explain the story to you. It seems to me that in the United States, the family has been replaced by the squadron. If you look at MTV and the way the dances are set up, young people group together in squadrons. They have terms like me and my crew. Nobody's got a family because who wants to hang out with a dad? Dads are like Bundys. Then again, if you live in a neighborhood where they don't have gangs, your other options are you belong to the football team, which is another kind of a gang, or you belong to some other thing which is not a family. The family is an endangered species in this country. I think there's a nostalgia for families as an institution, but they're rapidly fading away. More choice means more of the same. Because the minute somebody comes up with something which is successful, the natural instinct of the American is to imitate it and just clone it and beat it to death, just as the thing I find very ironic in today's political world is that we're always talking U.S. politics about how the Japanese never really invent anything. They just copy our stuff. Well, we just copy our stuff. We're chasing our tail here.
Yeah. Al Bundy would have, for sure. Yeah, I mean, we have, you watch the shows and stuff, and they've been pushing agenda, you know, um, dad would go, even if you go back to even like the 90s when you had like feel good family, right, Family Matters and stuff like that, it was still, um, and now they don't even have that no more. It was, yeah, they that just showed too much of, family, um, still together. And they can't have that. They don't want the families together. They want everybody broken up. They want the homes broken. And with broken homes, there's more people on welfare and government assistance, and the more people on government assistance, the more they can control and go, hey, you're going to do what we want to do, or we're going to cut your stuff out. And that's what they want. They want, as they're pushing. That's what the powers that be are pushing that agenda. What's up, Jason? Jason, Knights of the Storm is in the house on the Rumble side now. We're getting a full crew in here. I think I should have named the show a little better today, but I think we had a little more. But that's all right. I've said before, it's quality over quantity every day, and I love the quality of the people we have right now.
Something that got me.
It's like Disney movies and stuff like that. Like this one here.
Something that got me was Joe Rogan bringing up that scene in Pinocchio, where it's like we take them to the little island, and this scene in Pinocchio, it's a classic scene. It's freaky, dude. It's like literally Epstein. You got these villains sitting around the table at the tavern, and one of them, like the big banker, he's like, I know how to make a real bit of money, and he starts whispering to them, and they're like, oh, take them to Pleasure Island, and he's like, yeah, and he goes, but they're just little boys, and he goes, well, they don't come back as boys, and they all start laughing about it.
And I takes him to Pleasure Island. Pleasure Island. Pleasure Island? But the law, suppose they... No, there's no risk. They never come back as boys.
Whoa, very symbolic of what we're now
really spoke to my
discussing,
subconscious, and I want to be.
Oh, what's up, hiker? Rumble's still giving you hell, I see. I never thought about that. Sweets about the jersey being 33 and hand in his pants and excuse me, symbolism of there. That's interesting to think about there for sure. Let me play this one and we'll
the old Disney movie called Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. The way
I forgot all about this movie. I remember seeing this as a kid, but I haven't seen this movie in forever. But then you start looking into it. I started diving into it today a little bit, and getting my kickback on me a little bit. He's still successfully delayed a show of my phone from the hotel. Nice.
way that the movie's portrayed, it's such an innocent little movie. It's a fun movie where like real people go to cartoon land, and it's fun adventure with Angela Lansbury, like Murder, She Wrote chick is in this. It's all centers around this witchcraft book.
Yeah, Jason, you're not a hacker. We don't want to say that.
Called, like, I think it's something about like the Book of Astaroth. Right? Yeah, and you're like, that is a false deity from the Bible. Like, you can look this one up. Like, that's in there. And eventually, I guess they lose the sigil of Astereth. It's literally a pentagram. And they're trying to track this thing down so they can get back to real life or whatever. And you're like, why, if this is a fun movie for kids, why would they ever invoke the name of a real satanic Mesopotamian deity? Maybe because Walt Disney was a weirdo. Maybe because there's real power in the stuff that they're doing.
This is only for entertainment purposes. Remember that. Yeah, that's you know. Yeah, I mean, I like that movie. When, it's like another one of them things. I liked that movie back in the day, but now you look at it in a different skew, I guess you'd say. And I was looking up. Let's see, we'll put that there. Let's see, I was looking it up, and oops, was looking in. I actually put it in like that video said, and of course, Grok was like, "No, no, 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 no! It's a great movie. The spells weren't real spells, even though they used a real demon's name in the movie for the book. No, don't worry, you're cool." But then I put in the Astaroth. That's cool, mission control. Like I said, I remember seeing it as a kid, but I thought I watched it once or twice. I don't remember watching it like that. Was one of the ones I guess my parents played a lot. I know my grandma had all the Disney movies. She had them all on VHS over to the side, but we watched Pinocchio and Dumbo and all them a bunch of times, but Lion Book, Jungle Book, and I don't remember watching that one a bunch of times. If I did, I don't remember. But the Astaroth that they were talking about there was it actually goes all the way back to Phoenicians and Sumerians and Babylonians. The goddess Asharti was a deity of fertility and love and war, equivalent to Babylonian Ishtar and Sumerian Inanna. Astaroth also appears in the Hebrew Bible as Ashtoreth and Astaroth in plural, and the Torah was then singular, referring to statues. It was worshipped by the Canaanites and was associated with the planet Venus, but her worship was condemned in monotheistic traditions like Judaism and Christianity, of course. And then in demonology, Astaroth transformed into a male demon and also described as the great Duke of Hell, ruling alongside Lucifer and Beelzebub in the infernal trinity. Let me see if I can read today. They mentions as a demon in the book of Abraham, the book of Abramelin. Let me see if I'll see if I can read today. I don't know. Abramelin. Ashtoreth is depicted in texts like the Lesser Key of Solomon and Pseudomarchia Damium as a powerful commanding of 40 legions of demons. Legions. Just like Elon was talking about, he wanted to build his Optimus robots in legions. That's interesting, Mr. Control. He said they sing songs, spellcasters like a Faciner entertainment specialist do, or actors, archetypes of the human condition. Interesting. So, but yeah, that's just looking at that, that again, Oprah won't let them open the road. For ones that didn't see it earlier, Oprah there big tsunami coming in, and Oprah owns all this bunch of this land right here, and she has a road cutting across there for she can get safe across, but they wouldn't open it up so the people can actually use it to get to the high ground. She's like, F the people, unless it's, profiting to her to worry about the people. But yeah. F her and Dwayne. F them both. I kind of hope I see you. Let's see. Let me check my phone real quick. All right. No texts from Dave or Jamie. So I'm gonna keep on keeping on and enjoying everybody in here. I guess the biggest political story going on right now, kind of running around, is is Pelosi being investigated. And let's hear kind of, I guess let me start with this video. It'll be the best one to start. They named the bill the Pelosi Act for, this podcast is brought to you by Dr. Pepper, and they need to sponsor the show. Absolutely.
Say that we have an opportunity here today to do something that the public has wanted us to do for decades, and that is to ban members of Congress from profiting on information that, frankly, only members of Congress have in the buying and selling of stock. 86% of Americans say that members of Congress should not be able to buy and sell shares of stock, individual stock, while they are members of this body, and they are absolutely correct. And the reason is, you can see it, there was just another ethics referral in the House last week. We've seen the former Speaker of the House make millions of dollars in profits. We've seen members of both parties, I'm sad to say, be investigated for their stock trades. And the reason for all of this is that, quite frankly, members of this body are privy to information that the normal person just is not. Now, is that insider trading? It is not under the laws. Sometimes people say, well, we already have insider trading laws. We don't need a stock ban. Well, the information that members of Congress are privy to is technically not covered by the insider trading laws, but nobody really believes that the information that we get isn't valuable. It is quite valuable, which is why back during COVID, you saw members of Congress of both parties engage in a flurry of stock trading right after they were getting COVID briefings. Were members of the public getting those briefings? They were not. Were members of the public privy to the kind of information that was being given to members of Congress? No, they were not. And so when you look at what members of Congress are privy to, what they are able to trade on, the access that they have, it's just qualitatively different than your average Joe or Jane, which is why we ought to put into place common sense guardrails that say, if you want to be a member of Congress, you can put you want to save, great. You can buy mutual funds, you can buy broadly diversified investment vehicles. You should not be able to buy and trade individual stock shares in which, frankly, we have an interest in the work that we do. We have information that no other people get, no other members of the public have. This bill would finally redress that.
They got websites. And we're hitting the button. They got websites right now that turn around and you can see what all Pelosi, her husband, I guess you say, stock trades and stuff like that, and that's what she's betting on. Here, let's let her talk real quick. I think she's sober enough to talk right now. We'll let her talk, and then we'll talk.
Nancy Pelosi became rich.
Why do you have to read that? We're here to talk about the 60th anniversary of Medicaid. That's what I agreed to come to talk about.
Yeah, but I wanted
what that means in the election.
I wanted to give you a chance just to respond. He accused you of insider trading. What's your response to that?
That's ridiculous. In fact, I very much support the trading of members of Congress. Not that I think anybody's doing anything wrong. If they are prosecuted and they go to jail. But because of the confidence it instills in the American people. Don't worry about this. But I have no concern about the obvious investments that had been made over time. I'm not into it. My husband is, but it isn't anything to do with anything insider.
Nancy Pelosi.
Right at the very end.
But it isn't anything to do with anything insider.
Nancy Pelosi became
Put it right here. Let me put it right here.
Had been made over time. I'm not into it. My husband is.
She's not into it, but her husband is. Yeah. But she don't go home and tell him things, I'm sure. She don't tell him what she just seen on the upcoming things are about to happen.
Say that we have.
So here's a thread of it. I said, write the Vigilant Fox. Here's the one we just saw.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senator Hawley introduced legislation that would ban members of Congress from owning or trading individual stocks. It extends to the president and the vice president. Are you in favor of that legislation?
Well, I like it conceptually. I don't know about it, but I like it conceptually. And, you know, Nancy Pelosi became rich by having inside information. She made a fortune with her husband, and I think that's disgraceful. So in that sense, I'd like it, but I'd have to really see I study these things very carefully, and this just happened. So I'll take a look at it. But conceptually, I like it.
Thank you, Mr.
It's another one, you know. LJ, she is they live. She's looking like it more and more. Man, alcohol is eating her body there. She's looking rough. I mean, I know she ain't no spring chicken, but alcohol is rough on your body, especially when you get a little older. And we just played that video. Ain't much of a thread on this one here. I just saved that thread. I didn't get to really look through it. Yeah, that's a good question. Miss Control is do they file taxes together? Do they separate? But it's still we know deep down inside if you have a husband, you have a wife, you're gonna go home and talk to your husband or wife about what's going on in their world of work and everything else. It happens. Like, well, we're about to do this right here. We're about to shut the country down, so we might need to go on and get out of here. I forget what that website. I'm gonna look it up in a second. I'll find a website for everybody so y'all can reap on her awards too. It's a 12-minute video. I don't know if I'll play this whole video. But President Trump did go over there. He went over to Scotland and returns home, they say, with his $1 trillion. I know they're supposed to do a lot of infrastructure. They're supposed to spend a lot of money over there in Europe. And let's let them talk.
Trump went to Scotland and came home today with $1 trillion.
It is the biggest deal ever made, I guess you could say. It's certainly the biggest trade deal ever made. They're buying $750 billion worth of our energy. They're going to invest $600 or $650 billion into the United States, and they're going to invest probably $300 billion for the military, maybe $400 billion in military equipment separately.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a massive deal for everybody.
Europe's our biggest trading partner, and Trump just opened up the whole continent to American companies, protected our steel industries, and made them buy over $1 trillion of our stuff. Then he capped it off with some golf.
Please welcome onto the tee the 45th and 47th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump.
Donald Trump cut the ribbon on his brand new golf course in Aberdeen, but something happened on 18.
You were playing golf, weren't you, on this beautiful golf course in Western Scotland? And what happened at the 18th hole?
Well, I'm looking down the 18th hole, and I'm looking down, and in the distance, and it's a pretty far distance, but it doesn't matter. These things are massive, and you're looking at these ugly windmills. It's a con job saying the environmentalists want it, because I can't believe they really want it. Kills the birds, ruins the look. They're noisy. If you see them from your house is worth like 50% or more less.
He was crushing drives and Europeans all weekend, and even had time to go take a spin in Golf Force One. It's a new Secret Service golf cart, and Primetime is trying to find out what's in it. The nuclear football, snipers, armored caddies, we'll let you know. After 4 years of Biden, Democrats can't believe how much Trump's coming back with. Chuck says the deal is too good to be true.
Trump would have you believe it's the biggest deal ever. That's his words. Dangling $250 billion of new energy purchases and more in new investments. There's just one hiccup. It's fake.
Schumer's a trade deal denier. Even the Europeans admitted they got smoked.
What are the U.S. concessions? What is the U.S. giving up in the deal, if anything?
So the starting point was an imbalance, a surplus on our side and a deficit on the U.S. side. And we wanted to rebalance the trade relation. I think we hit exactly the point we wanted to find.
Europe just admitted the U.S. didn't concede a single thing. We gave up nothing and got everything. And now Brussels is beating itself up over how lopsided.
And they did, LJ, they move people out. And hell, they're doing it right now. I'm pretty sure I got a video on it. You know, I know a dude, you know, they're doing it down in LA there, where all those houses and stuff burnt. Now they're not doing a golf course. They're actually doing, they're going to bulldoze all them people's homes. And now they're just going to, we're going to put some affordable housing, government housing in there instead. You know, we're going to show it a little bit. It's wild.
This deal was. They say there's no hiding the fact that the EU was rolled over by the Trump juggernaut. Trump worked out exactly where our pain threshold is. Hungary says Trump ate Ursula for breakfast. We suspected this would happen as the U.S. president's a heavyweight when it comes to negotiations, while Madam President is a featherweight. Hillary, Mamala, and now Ursula. He's 3-0 against women. Belgium says it's scandalous how badly Europe negotiated this deal, and the French call it an outright surrender. And France would know. MSNBC actually was annoyed that Europe didn't win.
It's a moment when the EU could have played with him a little bit, you know, cat and mouse a little bit. They have more leverage than, you know, giving in this quickly and easily, I think.
Remember how they said Trump was a taco president, AKA Trump always chickens out? Well, the world chickened out. Europe called him daddy, and daddy just gave him a spanking. And now they're worried about daddy's mood swings.
Why you're in a bad mood? Was it a bad morning of golf, or why you're not in a good mood?
No, the golf was beautiful. Golf can never be bad, even if you play badly. It's still good. If you had a bad day on the golf course, it's okay. It's better than other days.
Trump was supposed to be Europe's guest, but he's acting more like the host. He's in Scotland, but he welcomed the British Prime Minister into his castle in Aberdeen. And then he called London a dump.
I'm not a fan of your mayor.
Why not?
I think he's done a terrible job, the mayor of London. But the nasty person, I think he's done. I think he's a friend of mine. No, I think he's done a terrible job.
Trump felt right at home because he is. He has a special connection to the Scots.
You're back in your ancestral home, really, your mother's home. She was a McLeod from not far from here. How do you feel of that? Do you feel sort of Scottish?
It makes me feel good. My mother was born in Scotland. She loves Scotland. She was a big fan of the Queen, I have to tell you. And anytime the Queen was on television, my mother liked watching. She said, "Oh, the Queen's on."
Europe's making sure the president feels right at home, too. Macron has been calling Trump on his personal cell. And when Trump picks up, he says, "Donald." And Trump says, "Emmanuel." It's on speaker, and everybody in the room says it's just two dudes broing out. Trump has Europe on the ropes. He's getting them to pay more for defense and opening their markets. No president has ever done it. And while he's at it, he's marrying trade deals and peace deals. 47 announcing he got a ceasefire deal between Cambodia and Thailand. How? Tariffs.
I said to Thailand, we're doing a trading deal, and I'm not going to do a deal if you're going to be killing each other. And I spoke to Cambodia, said essentially the same thing. I dealt with the two prime ministers. They were terrific people, and they don't want to see a war, but somebody had to implement what I did. And we started a series of discussions back and forth. And within less than a day, we have it settled.
This is the fifth ceasefire and sixth trade deal that Trump's brokered. Deals that were supposed to bankrupt us, according to the Panicans.
This is not Liberation Day, it's Recession Day.
Tariffs that, as I predicted, are clearly inviting a recession.
No one wins a trade war. That's just, we know that.
The Chinese are in a much stronger position.
We're increasing inflation because the prices are higher because of the tariffs.
They screwed it up, and they did it a totally ill-advised way. And I was very let down as someone who really, truly believes that free trade is awful for the American working person. This is what they came up with. Geez, come on, have some gumption, have some math.
They said no one ever wins a trade war. Well, we just did. And Jim Cramer, CNBC's Panican-in-Chief, is dropping F-bombs because the economy is so strong.
Our biggest problem is we have so much growth that the Fed won't cut.
What the Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I take it right back.
Everybody,
I take it right
okay.
back. Honest to God, the economy's fabulous.
And it's not just CNBC. MSNBC and CNN are admitting they were wrong again.
The early reviews are in on the new trade deal announced with the European Union. The Financial Times says the deal marks a victory for Trump.
It's incredibly favorable for the United States. When you look at this, it's been very one-sided.
Clearly, there has been an instance where the president has been using his threats of higher tariffs as a negotiating tactic, and in this case, it certainly worked.
Even Clinton guys are confessing Trump's winning. His top pollster says it's clear that the president is succeeding in reshaping of the global economy. The Wall Street Journal says if Trump's tariffs are so bad, where's the recession? Quote, Donald Trump's trade policy is in danger of demonstrating the truth about one of those old definitions of an economist, someone who sees something working in practice and explains why it will never work in theory. The recession never happened, inflation never spiked, and most companies are just eating the tariff and not passing price hikes to consumers. At least some people on TV are being honest and admitting when they were wrong.
The stock market is at record highs. I know not everybody lives by the stock market, but I also drive around. I don't see a country in a depression at all. I see people out there just living their lives. And I would have thought, and I got to own it, that these tariffs were going to sink this economy by this time, and they didn't.
When Bill Maher, CNBC, and the Europeans admit Trump won, he won. But it's America who won. We won. And now we know who was rooting against us. They keep betting against the U.S. and losing.
Yeah, hopefully we won. It's always on me. I'm kind of cynical on we do, like Wally said, we do pay the tariffs. The government's making a hell of a lot of money. It's looking beautiful. I hope they're right. I hope they're right that it's going to make everything nice and pretty and good. But just be careful. Just be careful. Just be careful. But yeah, I ain't gonna play. Well, I almost played the whole thing, didn't I? Another breaking story I seen earlier today. According, supposedly, hearsay, Kash Patel actually found Crossfire hurricane documents stuffed into burn bags hidden inside a secret room at FBI facility. Supposed to be a bunch of information, supposedly. related to Hillary Clinton's espionage email scandal, and I guess they forgot to destroy it. Probably thought they didn't need to. We don't need to. We don't need to. I showed that already. And old Zuckerberg supposedly not holding back and shadow banning people, but even Tulsi Gabbard is getting.
Hey, everybody. So since this morning, I've gotten some questions from people who are not familiar with the term shadow banning and are asking exactly what it is. So I want to take a minute to show you. For example, when people try to type my name into the search box on Instagram or the Discover box, my account does not show up. Whether you type in Tulsi Gabbard, it literally does not show up. I'm also getting a lot of reports from people who are trying to at my name, at Tulsi Gabbard, and mention me in their Instagram stories or posts, and they're getting a warning that says this account has posted false information. Obviously, they're not providing us or whoever's trying to post this examples of what this misinformation is or what exactly they're talking about. People try to tag me in an Instagram post and they get an error saying, we are restricting certain activity to protect our community. What are they protecting their community from? Nobody knows. Another thing is just with my posts, I would say that with the numbers of views and the numbers of likes, they're down. So that just gives you a little bit of an idea of what shadow banning is and what the effects are. You know, I was talking to somebody yesterday saying, hey, how come they're allowed to do this? I know very well that these big tech companies have a lot of Congress in their back pocket. And so
Take it easy, LJ. Appreciate you coming on, and appreciate you coming on last week, and actually coming on the show. And take it easy, man. What's up, Bat? What's up? They caught the Devil's Den double murder guy. I'm gonna have to look that up real quick.
you'll hear Democrats and Republicans railing against, suppression, maybe, I don't know actually what the split is between Democrats and Republicans, but you'll hear politicians railing against, the power of big tech monopolies and something's got to be done. Well, Congress hasn't done anything yet. And big tech money is the reason why. So as long as we have these cowardly leaders in place, I don't anticipate any real change. So if you are not already, I encourage you to join me at tulsi.locals.com. You'll get to see everything I'm posting directly. No chance of censorship. This platform celebrates free speech and democracy. And I encourage you to join me there or join me on other platforms whose mission it is to uphold free speech, uphold our First Amendment rights, and protect our democracy.
Yeah, I see that. Let me share this tab instead. Looks like Arkansas State Police. I don't know if it's going to say anything here. I ain't say nothing. Says special agents with the Arkansas State Police have arrested James Andrew McGann, 28, of Springdale, in connection to the double homicide that occurred on Saturday at Devil's Den State Park. Damn. I've been to Devil's Den. I went there last year before last, I think. It's a pretty park. It's a pretty park. That's sad. Can't even go to the park without worrying about getting offed off. Says here, I didn't even heard about this. Special agents with the Arkansas State Police have arrested James Andrew, like I said, Springdale. He was taken into custody at 4:57 p.m. Clinton and Kristen Brinks, were fatally attacked with their children, but at least their children got away, thank goodness. Damn, it's crazy. Yeah, Mission Control talks about a lot of stuff. You'll enjoy it, Indy. You'll enjoy it. It's good to have all the different, everything. I guess before I post this, share this. This is for, I keep saying it, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. And yeah. There you go, Indy. Yeah, y'all check out Indy's channel. She just dropped a link in the YouTube chat. Y'all come join it Friday. You're doing music first this time, aren't you, Indy? And then you're gonna be doing chat this week, right? It's pretty cool to have people come on and sing. They'll play music videos, and then they switch it up each week. One week they're music. Okay, conversation first this Friday, then music. So I have a conversation about all kinds of stuff, and then they'll have music. So y'all check out that link. Wrong mouse. Pin it. Y'all check it out. It's a good group of people over there. Back to my rat killing here. We gotta support everybody, support the channels and stuff, and everybody that supports us. We're a team. Everybody's trying to work together to grow and spread knowledge, and we're all here kicking around on this old rock that's spinning. We need to take care of each other.
But one answer is, well, Bobby, the reason we get a lot more now is because everything gets a diagnosis these days. Every kid has at least 2 diagnoses for what we used to just call behavior. So now they're putting all these kids on the autism spectrum because that is that is kind of like the fashion of the moment. That's the answer to why we're seeing more. Do you accept that?
No, that is nonsense, and it is an absurd industry-driven canard. There's been study after study after study in high gravitas journals by the best research organizations and institutions and universities around this country that shows that the autism epidemic is real. And Chris, it's also just common sense. If it was just a matter of better diagnosis or better recognition, you would see it in older people. The epidemic is taking place in a specific generation, and it's kids who were born after 1989. That's where you see it. You don't see, it's not, you don't see autism. 1 in every 31 people my age. I have never seen somebody my age, 71 years old, with full-blown autism. That means profound autism. That means nonverbal, non-toilet trained, head banging, stimming, the stereotypical features of the disease. You don't see that. And these are not people who are locked in some institution somewhere. There are no places for people like that.
Right.
And so why, if it was anything other than an epidemic, why would you only see it in a single generation?
Right. Fair point.
I agree. That's a good point. You only see it on a certain generation. You see those like these young kids. Yeah, Jason. I'll read out Jason's comment on the Rumble. 2 logical trains of thought here: either the increased vaccine schedules are causing more lifelong illness, or the diagnosis is bullshit in order to prescribe medication. Said both are sinister. I don't think it's in my mind it's not. I think it's a little both. After once they said they couldn't sue the vaccine makers, hell, they're hammering people. You got to get all these different vaccines. Look at all this crap. You got to get all these different. And then you turn around, and if they do have all this stuff, they have all these mental problems. Well, that's no big deal. Hell, we can if they're hyper, hey, let's put them on Adderall. Let's her as soon as we can. Let's put them on Adderall. Let's put them on this. You know, they want a a drugged up population who, you know, especially a lot of those medicines that just leave people with the point of just don't care, you know, and it's whatever, you know. And the next generation is going to be, if they keep going, you know, it's going to make a whole generation or two that's going to be just lost. I mean, we have them. You can see it now. You know, that's the government's going to have to take care of it because they can't even function correctly. It's a wild concept and wild thing to see. I showed that already. Let's see if I find something that ties in what we're talking about. I just find stuff. Oh yeah. Let me talk about this one here. They don't tie together one damn bit. It's you know, we're jumping around a little bit. They don't tie in together at all. But did you know, just like I do on my shorts, did you know the U.S. Treasury Department is now accepting Venmo and PayPal payments to those who want to, y'all throw in a couple extra dollars and help pay down the national debt? Who, raise your hand in the chat, who is going to be the first in the chat to drop $1 on their national debt extra? Where's the hands? I don't see any hands raising. I don't understand. Come on now. But it's real. It's absolutely real. I had to look before, you know, looked it up. It's crazy. We'll get to Epstein in a second. No, Epstein. Shoot, I mean, hell, as many donors that Congress got, they could all do what Trump does and not take a paycheck. And still, because their paycheck ain't doing nothing, make $200,000 a year. But they worth millions. There you go, Monique. Yeah. If I had Venmo, I'll do that. Oh hell, Georgia, the grocery store is accepting PayPal now for groceries. It don't surprise me none. I'm actually I see Mission Control said he said his BitChute is cute to say the least. I'm actually streaming live on BitChute tonight. We are live on BitChute. I'm trying. I had somebody come on there and tell me I was a Satanist on there, so I don't know. Somebody was wild. I hope they're listening right now and go, he can comment again. Yeah, I'm trying to upload everywhere right now, Mission Control. Anywhere and everywhere and go live as many places as I can. But I actually gotten a few views on there, and like I said, I got one guy call me a Satanist, so it's a fun channel. It's a fun platform, I guess. But I've had people comment on the videos, and you know, for the most part, they're enjoying them. Except for that one guy, he's, you know, I don't know. Sometimes you wonder. I did see another one of them government. Speaking of grocery stores, Jason, I saw another one of them government grocery stores are empty. They can't. Let me see if I find that video. I'm using Restream. I don't want to pay. I got two different ones on Restream. I use it, and then Riverside lets me. So right now we're for funsies. I downloaded OBS Mission Control. I haven't played with it yet, but right now we are live on BitChute, not Chew, YouTube, Rumble, Kick, of course on the Riverside app itself. What else are we live on? Twitter and Twitch, and one more. I forget what we're on. It's on Restream. I forget which one it is, but live and having fun. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people like to use cash. I mean, I won't lie, I use Cash App too, because of the convenience for for a gym and stuff. I use Cash App and I use PayPal if somebody wants to do it. But I like cash, so cash in my hand is still king to me. But more and more places are going away from using it. It won't be long. A lot of places went in COVID. I know my own employer, they did away with cash. I think I took the last cash payment for anything at my old employer. They just cussed me out. I said, "You didn't give that $6,500 back, though, did you, buddy?" Yeah, they kind of looked at me. Don't do it no more, Ricky. But yeah, I'm gonna find that video on that grocery store in just a second. Here's some.
He's calling it ending vagrancy and restoring order. Okay. He's pivoting by defunding and dismantling the housing first policy and reallocating funds for shelters, recovery programs, and detox.
I like that.
You like that?
It's time. We have been given so many housing options. Homeless people, it's our fault, to be honest, if we're not in a home for the most part. So there's a few exceptions, but for the most part, we can all be in a place.
And you know what I think about it is I think this is what he's really trying to do is he's finally, the president is going to empower the homeless, not enable them.
Yeah, that's what it's been doing. We've been enabled. We're getting everything handed to us.
All right, Jason. I appreciate you popping on. Get you some rest, my friend.
And not given a reason to do better.
So you support this?
Not necessarily him, but the
policy.
action, yeah.
Pretty bad when the homeless are on the side of the road saying they support, hey, like they know they effing up over here, which we've shown videos of the homeless all, pretty much saying that they effing up. And well, you're talking about grocery, like here's that government in Kansas City.
It's clear this Sunfresh at 31st and Prospect is struggling. This is the first section people see when they come in. There's barely any produce. A lot of the coolers and shelves around the store look the same way, empty. So shoppers have been asking us, if the store isn't closing, then where's all the food? A rotten smell comes through the door, and anywhere you turn, you'll see products that need to be restocked. No hot food or deli.
I watch people walk in and walk out.
The grocery store has received financial assistance from the city, but has been unable to keep those shelves stocked in an area that in the past has often been referred to as a food desert.
Around here, a good thing don't last too long.
And it will impact a lot of people and a lot of families.
The city owns the Linwood Shopping Center. A nonprofit operates the grocery store. It's clear.
But they want to go in New York and absolutely try to do all that. Here's more pictures of it. You got one tomato. What's up, James? Glad to see James from South Cedar Paranormal up in here. Glad to see it. Glad to see it. All right, Mission Control. I appreciate you popping in and throwing some fire up in the chat and communicate. And I'm glad you and Indy got the sync up, and both y'all subscribe to each other's channels, so y'all can both can there's more platforms to spread information. You old Trump here. Oops. I forgot I wasn't sharing. I'm so used to. Yeah, James got me. He'll fill in. He's here for the cat videos. He's waiting on the cat videos, and I got a bunch of fun videos in just a little bit. I didn't get to show them last week, so we're gonna get to double up on them a little bit.
But on immigration, you better get your act together. You're not going to have Europe anymore. You got to get your act together. And we, as you know, last month we had nobody entering our country. Nobody. Shut it down. And we took out a lot of bad people that got there with Biden. Biden was a total stiff. And what he allowed to happen, but you're allowing it to happen to your countries. And you got to stop this horrible invasion that's happening to Europe, many countries in Europe. Some people, some leaders have not let it happen. And they're not getting the proper credit they should. I could name them to you right now, but I'm not going to embarrass the other ones. But stop. This immigration is killing Europe. And the other thing, stop the windmills, killing the beauty of your countries. Thank you very much, everybody. But on immigration,
I agree on the windmills. They don't do nothing. Man, if you want to, James, you're always welcome up on here, and we can, we can rattle back and forth. I'm always open to that. I said, I know Jamie and Dave both had to work a little late, and so here I am, solo. But I ain't scared no more. I used to be scared. I used to be scared to be trying to do this by myself and hold on a conversation with everybody and everything. I feel a little better now. Let's see what we got. Let me play these and see what y'all think. What do y'all think about the
Ghislaine
Ghislaine?
Maxwell told them yesterday and today. Her lawyer says she answered questions about roughly 100 people during her meetings with Deputy Attorney General and former personal attorney to President Trump, Todd Blanche. CNN Chief Legal Affairs correspondent Paula Reed is with us on this. She is tracking all of the details. Do we know anything else about what they discussed, Paula?
Well, we're learning a little bit, but there's still more questions than answers. We know the two sides met today for about 3 hours. After talking through the day yesterday, once again, her lawyer said she answered every question that she was asked. She did not invoke privilege. And when really pressed on exactly what she's being asked about, her lawyer said that they've asked about every single possible thing you can imagine, but then revealed that she was asked about maybe 100 different people. She answered questions about everybody and did not hold anything back. I think that's sort of the biggest headline we've gotten out of these meetings so far.
She did not unalive herself. That's all I gotta say. If it's real.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
If it's real. What was the other one? I got one more. One more. That was just yeah, it's unnerving. What's up, Vixen? Yeah, it's it gets a little nervous, because you're standing in front of people and you're possibly world damn wide and you worried about you gonna sound like a fool or something like that. And yeah, I gotta come on, Shadow, do something. So, yeah, if y'all go back and watch some of my uh, Throwback Tuesdays, and you'll see Shadow pop up a whole lot more. Jamie does have the gift of gab. Jamie can and talk your socks off, and he has a gift. He really does. Silly Shadow. Silly Shadow. Oh, watch out! Watch out! You get on the keyboard. Get up. Back, 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 back. See, we're taking screenshots of the screen. But yeah, I've got the shorts out. I still haven't done the pre-recorded. I actually had somebody reach out about coming on the podcast. Um, so I got that in the works too, coming soon. I don't know if we're gonna go live with it or do like a pre-recorded. I gotta get with him. Let's see. Yeah, it's gonna be on AI and stuff like that. So I'll keep everybody in tuned on that, and it should be a fun show. Um, when the more it gets closer to it, um, I thought it was fake at first. I won't lie. So if they're listening right now, I really did. But I'm glad I replied. So it's cool to be able to get other shows and other people on here. Even the ones that hadn't interacted yet with us. So you know, as always, like I said, I'm here to try to grow and help others grow. I want to. That's my goal. Help y'all grow, help me grow, have fun, and just keep on um, bringing more and more people together. I'm gonna go ahead and start swinging some. We've had such a wild, crazy world, and a lot of negativity in the world, and I'm gonna swing some fun videos and had to turn the music off as always. But look at this little sea otter. Look at this little otter. You're like, you are my new best friend. I took it home. They make some of the funniest little. Yeah, I was gonna say I want to hear otter sounds. They make the funniest little sounds. I don't need any more pets, but I don't think I'd turn down a pet otter. This is pretty funny. If I took your all of the extra music stuff, but yeah, the owner's packing and go on a trip, so I got a puppy's got to go on a trip too. I like the end of it though; it's funny. Yeah, yeah, I hear you, Wally. He's like, well, I'm packed ready to go too. You taking me with you wherever you're going? It don't matter. The squirrel got in these people's house, which I'm impressed that people were calm enough to like just take video of the squirrel. Squirrel chasing cats, and them cats are going to tear the house apart trying to get away from that squirrel. Like, what in the hell is that thing? I love it. Oh, I see you guessing there, James. What's up, James?
Hello. Hope you can hear me all right.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good. I'm glad it worked right away this time.
Yeah. It gets better the more you do it. They're adding more stuff. They even got a little raise your hand thing going on there. I'm not sure what that's for. I guess that's everybody muted, and if you got a bunch of people, I guess you can raise your hand now. But they're steadily adding stuff.
That kind of makes sense. It's like Discord stage thing or whatever. They have that, which I do like that a lot now.
Yeah, it's like the Discord. So, yeah, I like this video. The kitty starts seeing the other kitty do it, so he's like, "Hell, I got to do my little jamming thing here." That many cats in water. I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah, there's some that really like water, and there's some that just really do not.
Oh yeah,
that's what I found is they can be quite. They can have different ideas about it.
yeah. I had one outside cat. I called him Buddy, and he stank. He stank. So he came in the house, and I tried to give him a bath one time. He didn't want no part of that whatsoever.
Yeah.
He disappeared for about 2 days. This is sweet. You take my brother. It did say, the ones that can't see it, it did say that they so he adopted both of them, since they,
that's good.
Yeah, like, you can't leave my brother. That's pretty cool. Look at these little babies. Yeah, I used to have a cat. My mama used to have a cat that would have took out that squirrel too. It was the smallest cat in the group, but she'd take out snakes and squirrels and everything.
There's a cat. I used to have stray cats around me behind my place, and there was one day I heard this screeching from outside, and I could tell it was a squirrel. I look outside, there's this cat sitting at the bottom of a tree, just looking straight up at the squirrel, I'm guessing, and it was just not happy. It just yelling down at it. And that cat was just waiting.
Yeah, I hate how Discord, you can't like just post a Discord link. It expires for some reason. I don't like that. Wish you just drop one and go, okay, cool. This is good.
Yeah, you have to go into like settings to get it to stick for a long time, and even then they can break.
I had to play with it then. If I can change it more, and like right now it's set to 7 days, so it's like I forget to change it each week. Yeah, they cool little owls here getting sent to their little home. Vixen has found us. Another otter video. Turn off the music. Them little squeaky little suckers. That's I don't need no pets, but that would be a think that'd be a cool one to have. Though my Miss Kitty would try to beat it up.
That's how I feel about Logan. If I ever got any other pet, she would. I mean, she might do it. She might not. She'd just be hissing and growling all the damn time. But
I know what I would do. I look out there and there's a bear and my dog just hanging out swimming. No big deal.
Wow.
I guess I just had to hope that he stayed friendly.
Yeah. Yeah, because what are you going to do about it?
Yeah. Oh, might get a little. It'd be kind of cool to get a fish tank like that. Cats would go nuts. Mine would probably knock the damn thing off.
Yeah, mine might too.
Here's a sweet one. Brother had a bad dream. He had to come over and take care of him.
Yeah.
And another one came up the very end. I would say we don't deserve animals, I don't think. Sometimes.
Yeah, no. Back when I had a box-shaped TV and I played a lot more video games, Logan was little, she'd sleep on top of that TV. And if I was playing any of like the Mario Brothers games, she'd try to hit Mario on the screen as she was sitting on top or laying on top of the TV.
Yeah, who wants a workout partner to do burpees with?
Keeping each other fit.
Oh yeah. How many times that kitty went back up on top? Animals with the babies. What was that? Well, his eyes get big. It's a sweet video. Turn the music off, but a little contest says stray cat will visit the store every day for food, but doesn't let nobody touch them until finally trusted the lady.
Yeah.
Now she's stuck with a cat.
Yep.
Absolutely stuck with a cat now. Oh yeah, this is. My brother does that. Some of his cat, he got some hats and stuff he'll put on them cats. It's funny. I think mine would like it too much.
No,
You think Logan had like a hat? We get him a.
No, she won't even. She doesn't even. She never even let me have a collar on her. There's no way. There's some of those people that are able to put clothes on their cats.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like, no, no. I'd be getting scratched and bit all up. I'd be done.
And this little girl right here is gonna be hell when she gets older. She's hell now, but it's cute as hell.
I'm not hungry.
Yes, you is.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you is.
No, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Them eyes.
Mexican, it did something.
I don't want Mexican.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You want to stay in here?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't want nothing?
No.
Say yeah.
I don't want nothing.
No, say yes.
I don't want nothing.
No, say yes.
Okay, yes.
Okay, good.
Where are we going?
He's Mexican.
She knows how things are supposed to be.
Yeah, yeah. She's the boss. Them eyes, yeah, she's gonna be she's already getting to do that young. Yeah, it's not gonna get better. Absolutely not getting no better. That two little best friends there. I had a lab named Gator. He had Trenton. Trenton, he had a best friend cat. I think I told that story before. We knew it. He knew where we buried that cat, and we didn't even let him see it.
Yeah.
And he would go out there and just lay and sit there and look at the grave. It was sad. Think about it.
I wonder how that, because like, is it a scent that he was able to pick up, or
I don't know. It's just
is
that
it like
connection.
like a spiritual psychic kind of, yeah.
Little kitty, an orange sack or potato sack, or I don't know what it is, but he's.
There's a video a friend showed me the other day, and I put it on my Discord, my Pets and Animals channel, and it was big cats like boxes too. And it was all these tigers and lions and everything in these giant boxes. And
They do. It's wild.
They were just playing. They were having all kinds of fun.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing. You see a lion or a tiger or something like that. I don't know if I showed this or not. If I did, I don't care. It's a pretty cool one. Daddy's like, hell, I'll get out here with you. Tell us a daddy's girl. He's gonna do that. Turn the music off. He's up there trying to do everything too. Look at that pretty squirrel. I ain't never seen one of them before.
Wow.
I ain't never seen a bright, almost like it's a cross between a fox and a squirrel.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's bright, isn't it? Like the colors. Yeah, I've never seen that before either.
What about y'all in the chat? Y'all ever seen one of these red squirrels before?
I've heard of brown. I've heard of black. Can't think of if there's any others I've heard of, but yeah, not that one.
Mm-hmm. Come on. It's hanging out on back. A porcupine eating the corn and cob. For the ones who never had a close-up appearance with a porcupine, I really don't want a close-up. I don't want to get all kinds of little needles in me.
No.
This here is cool right here. I can deal with that.
Yeah, I've heard those can be nasty to deal with trying to
Oh,
get
I've
them
seen
out.
I've seen so many pictures of videos of dogs and stuff, and
Yeah.
man, all of them are young kids and stuff. Maybe 50,000 little needles in them. Ugh, I'm good on that.
Yeah.
Little baby. I showed this one last week. This is cool though.
No, 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 no.
Sound like she said yes. It really did. Right about right here.
Logan does not like the word no either.
No, no,
Oh, yeah.
no.
It sounded like she said yes. So there's,
Yeah, a couple times there.
we had a dog named Gator. He would try his best to talk, and he'd try to talk. He would just, my grandpa, my baba would look at him. What'd you say? And he'd be like, he would, yeah, he'd mess with him. And man, what did you say again? What'd you say? Man, I'm like, man, it was funny.
I always like just meowing back at Logan sometimes when she's bugging me. I'll just meow back at her. Eventually she'll stop. She's like, what the heck are you doing, human?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So has there been any more news about the Annabelle
I
situation?
haven't seen any more.
Yeah,
I have
me
not.
either.
Let me look up, see if we can find any kind of thing real quick. Yeah, I'm curious because after Dude died, that was like everything got quiet.
Yeah. That
They
makes me
say that
wonder.
well, this right, I don't know.
Mm.
Let's see. This post was done 16 minutes ago.
Uh-oh.
Let's see if it don't say if it's true or whatever. I was just hitting grok, seeing it. But according to this post right here, it says the Annabelle doll has now completely disappeared, and nobody has seen it in days.
Mm.
That's what we need.
That though, that's happened before, from what I remember, where they thought they lost it, and unless it was something else I'm thinking of. Maybe that was with Robert. It might have been with Robert the doll.
Yeah, I think they did with that too.
Yeah. But then it turned out it was fine. But the thing I was gonna say with all that is these kinds of objects, they should not be on tour. Like I get it, I get the money thing, I get the people want to see it and all that, but you're taking an object that may have immense power to who knows how many other spots that also have immense power in them already.
Mm-hmm.
And there's stuff is going to happen. I mean, hopefully nothing bad, but stuff is going to happen, I think.
We already had some terrible stuff happen, possibly. But yeah, I mean, I agree. You know, if you turn around and you take a powerful energy and you put it to where, potentially it could actually even excite it even more or feed it more energy.
Yeah.
You're just asking for trouble. I mean, and I know some people don't believe in it and don't believe in the possibilities of it, but do you really want to? If you don't believe it, that's fine and dandy. But would you really want to take that chance?
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go see the damn thing. I promise you that. Wherever it's at, I'm going the opposite direction.
And I mean, there are like companies and people that have museums of objects, and that they go on tour, but they're not like as well known as Annabelle, from what I've heard. And 9 times out of 10, if they're doing that, they're moving around. They know what they're doing in terms of all the magical or ritual or whatever ways there are that they're aware of to protect people from other energies, they're aware of that and they take those precautions. And so then you don't hear about that with every single supposedly haunted object that goes out there. But just it is wild that that happened with this one. So were there no precautions taken? Were they taken, but it just wasn't enough?
Well, I know the last time right before he died, when dude died, they did do a ritual before it. Let's see if I can find it.
Mm.
I think they tried to do a blessing and stuff on it and tried it their best, but I think it was a little too late.
Mm.
Oh, flash! Is that right now?
Yeah, it's just there's too many things that I mean, if it's coincidences, then someone's playing a game with like some energy or entity out there. It's like just playing a game with the universe. Like just, oh yeah, it's all made up. It's all BS. But here you go. Here's something to freak you out anyway. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Right now, it's breaking flash flooding in Upper Canyon and Ruidoso, New Mexico. They're I'm seeing it more and more lately. It's just flash flooding everywhere.
Yeah.
Back to our Annabelle doll. Let's see. I'm trying to remember exactly what I seen. But yeah, now it's missing. Yay! It's great.
Fine. Everything is fine.
There's flooding and earthquakes and tsunamis, and the Annabelle dolls running around.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. Here's where they did the blessing. Let me share that. There's certain things I do crazy stuff. Stuff I probably shouldn't do, but there's limits to my insanity, and that's on top of it.
In the name of Jesus Christ, Lord, protect us from any evil, inhuman, or demonic entities that may surround this or infuse in this doll. In your Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. I'm going to open up the case. You're going to go quickly, man. I mean quick. Grab it and put it in.
You're taking too much time.
Close it up fast.
Yeah, he said quickly.
Close it up quick.
Yeah, he said quick, and he's like,
That's good. That's good.
He's like,
it's all right. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Yeah?
I just noticed something right there if you see it here, let's see, back a little bit more.
Close it up.
Yeah, he's telling me to close up, but see, he's.
That's good, yeah. That's good. That's all right.
See, he's trying to adjust the position and everything, so it's like he had the connection already. Oh, I gotta make sure she's right. Just make sure she's sitting right. So her head's right, you know.
Yeah. Yep.
And like 2 days later, he was gone.
I mean, I will go on paranormal investigations if they're run by groups that are, fairly well known and respected, and they take precautions too. As long as it's not supposed to be a place that's really extremely negative, I won't go to that kind of place. But I will go on investigations. But that also, no, I would not go and see any kind of thing, any kind of object like that has so much bad history tied to it.
Yeah, for sure. No, there's, like I said, you're just playing with temptation, and even the ones that are prepared or have done a lot of things to prep they still have moments of, I mean, I listen to a lot of people, like Dave Schrader and stuff, been in this forever, Cindy Kaza and stuff like that, and and all them, and they talk about like having stuff follow them home for a few days and feeling the effects. And it's like, I don't want to take nothing, bring nothing home that it might not leave,
Yeah.
That's just taking chances that I don't need to take.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's plenty of accounts of investigations just going wrong and everything else, and it's just so yeah. Even with the supposedly regular fine place, there's still always a chance. The things. It's just like going out in I always say this. It's just like when you're out in the world anywhere. You never know what people are like until they do stuff or they don't do stuff. It's the same with that kind of thing too. Just except you can't always see whatever is there that may or may not be planning anything.
Absolutely. I think there's a lot of things in this world that we'll never truly understand, until maybe until we do get on the other side of that. Um, because we're not meant to,
Yep.
not to meant to understand all this crazy stuff. It's that's yeah. I went around, which like Shiloh, and did that tour, and not trying to mess with anything, and still get to see, hear cannon fire and all kinds of stuff. Uh, I, I've got to come on your show and talk about a lot of my, you know, things I've got to see and everything. I've had more crazy stuff happen. It's wild, and I'm like, I'm not trying to stop.
Yeah.
I don't want to see this. I've seen enough. I'm good.
The first time I ever went on one of those public investigations, it wasn't a negative thing, but I had no idea what like to expect or what was going on, and I feel like that whoever was there at this place, this old octagon shaped house, whoever was there, whatever was there, it was just like taking energy from me somehow. I didn't even realize it at the time until I got home, and like I was tired and I was so thirsty for water, like for no reason. I needed a bunch of water, and after that I was fine. But and it was there was things that happened there, a couple of things that happened that were fine, but it was just wild because there was no. It's not like we were moving around, running around like you see on TV. People do, No, we were sitting in one area, got up, walked to another area, sat down. So it's not like I was doing a lot physically,
Mm-hmm.
but whatever was going on there, and I wish I would have thought to ask others there at the time if anyone else had that same thing happen because that's what happened. And we heard a little girl. It was an adults only event, and there was people. My group was in the basement, and the other group was in the second story. So we had an empty story between us, and we were sitting there doing a investigation with all the lights off and everything, and we heard a little girl on the ground floor talking and laughing, and nothing negative, nothing bad about it. It was actually really amazing. We couldn't understand what she was saying, but and so and the night ended and everything was fine. But as we were driving back home, I was just like, wow, I'm thirsty, I'm tired, and I realized late that night, yeah, something was affecting me.
Yeah, pulling your energy, using your energy to actually probably manifest.
Yeah. Yep. So there's something to that for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Speaking of paranormal, possibly paranormal. Now, did you see Ozzy Osbourne's funeral procession?
No, I did not.
It's actually pretty cool. I actually showed it earlier.
Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, I just no. But I mean, yeah, it's been a weird week and a half.
It really has. I mean, there's been lots of odd, things going on, and which he wasn't his wealth, his health wasn't the best. We knew, you know, but he did do the final concert, so and which is cool. Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
crap! This heat's been whooping on me. This heat's
Yeah.
been whooping on me. I think it was I felt like 115 here today.
Wow.
Absolutely wild.
Well, just let me know whenever you need to stop, whenever that ends up being. I'm not in a hurry, but
Yeah,
no
yeah,
problem
yeah.
either way.
Yeah, we won't come. We won't go much longer here. We got our shows in, and guess we'll reach out to the chat real quick. Anybody, any subject to chat want to hear tonight? We'll just do it kind of anything y'all want to talk about, or ask James a question. We can do some ask a James a question real quick.
Not that he's an expert or anything.
Yeah, yeah, he is the paranormal expert of troubled mind, so he has all the answers. All the answers.
Oh, that always cracks me up. But yeah, I'm trying to think if I have anything recently. Not really. I mean, I still have those weird dreams where it's like I'm somewhere else in some other version of reality, and just don't make sense. But that's been about it lately.
I don't know. I get I signed the paperwork on the house tomorrow, so it should be unless something just all hell breaks loose. How my house will be sold tomorrow, so it'll be finalized and everything.
Oh, that's
But
good. I hope it goes through. That's good.
yeah, last night I had a nightmare that I went over there to check on things, and I found a room full of stuff. I need to get my stuff out, and so
Oh no.
I was rushing around trying to get my trailer hooked up, and and all that, just chaos. And
Yeah.
thankfully that was all a dream. And thankfully, I already moved all my stuff. I did it smart and did it slowly at a time and took care of it. Oh yeah, today is National Cheesecake Day. According to my computer down here in the bottom, I've seen a little piece of cheesecake down here.
Oh, cheesecake. I like regular cheesecake. I don't like it with the fruit on it.
You don't like the regular fruit? Yeah, I don't know. I'll eat it either way.
I'm weird about
I like desserts.
texture of fruit and stuff.
Yeah, I like desserts. I used to work at a country club for a little bit, and I'd make everybody laugh because I would go get me a plate of food, and while everybody was getting their regular food, I'd go get me a plate of dessert. And then I'd sit it at my spot, and then I'd go get my regular food and eat it all at one time.
Hey,
I'm
whatever
like,
works.
I want to make sure I get what I want, which we had already like right before time to close the buffet, whatever. Like we had have like Sunday brunches and stuff, and we closed the buffet, and right before we go back there and we pull every bit of fresh food out there we could, stock all the pans back up, everything would be, you know,
Yeah.
fresh stuff that nobody had touched really, and nobody had touched even. So we would all, and then we go there, go to town. But yeah, I'll get me a plate of dessert, have pies and cakes and all kinds of crud. My boss used to laugh at me.
One of my favorite things to do at the store is when I have a chance is to check out the discount bakery rack. A lot of stores have those, and
Oh yeah,
see what's there, and if there's a dessert of any kind, I'll usually grab it.
yeah, sweets priorities. Those are my
Yes.
priorities.
Yep.
I do. Luckily, I have. I'm active as hell, and I have good genetics, or I'd be in trouble and be bigger
You'd
than a
be like
whale.
me. Not that I'm that big, but still,
Nah,
you'd be.
I'd be 500 pounds. I guarantee it. If I
Uh,
didn't.
Yeah. Yep. I did have. I don't think this happened last time I was on your show and I talked about my experiences. I did have the one thing with Logan pulling me out of somewhere else 6 times in a row one night. That was pretty wild.
Hmm.
Um, I ended up in the double wide trailer that used to belong to my dad and then my brother later on, and so it was home, and then it was my brother's house for a while, and but none of the furniture was familiar, and it was daytime there, but it was dark out here, and I found myself in this trailer and didn't recognize anything, and look over, and there's my cat sitting right next to me, looking around, and I was like, "Oh, we're not supposed to be here. We're in someone else's home." So I went to pick her up, and she bit me, but she held on, which she never does in the regular world. And as soon as she bit me, I didn't feel any pain, but everything started fading, going dark, and I started to wake up. I thought that was weird, and I fell back asleep again. Boom, back in that trailer with Logan again, and I heard someone moving around in the back, and I thought, oh, I don't like this. This is not good. And it was a little bit darker outside, and so I reached over to Logan again, and she bit me again, and boom, started to wake up again. And this happened like 6 times. And one of the times I saw a truck pull up to the trailer, the front of the trailer outside, and so like there's people around. And the last time I woke up, I really had to try really hard to actually wake up completely and get out of there. But it felt like she was bringing me back home. But there was something else or some other force that was trying to pull me there too. It was really wild.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, that was a few weeks ago, maybe about a month ago. So
That is wild. That was wild. I say it could, animals have that connection, and
yeah,
I don't know, and like you said, his Logan's probably going to haunt you the rest of your life anyway.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, it's a done deal. It's a given. I mean, heck, she's already gone out of body with me enough times, apparently somehow, so that like yeah, if she can do that now while she's alive,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I mean, yeah. But I'm okay with that because when we're not here, she's protected me every time. So for whatever reason, even though she's I can never do anything right here, she must like me for somehow for something.
Well, she knows she got to be, somebody got to be there to feed her and
Yeah.
make sure you got water and stuff. So,
Yeah.
you know, some animals are kind of like uh, like a crazy girlfriend or something like that. They really do love you, but they do it in just a weird way.
Oh, she causes plenty of trouble when we're here. Yeah, she's but even then, it's not terrible trouble. It's not like money that costing me all kinds of money trouble. It's not, as far as damage or whatever. But she does keep me busy. But I can't get too mad at her because she saved me a couple times from who knows what happening.
That's a good thing. Good thing.
Oh yeah. Especially with all the weird stuff that happens to me.
Well, James, you got any shout outs you want to do? We might wind it up. I gotta go up in the morning and go do that paperwork signing and stuff. And
Yes,
who knows
best
what
wishes
else.
for all of that.
Appreciate it. I'm
Yeah.
7 months of stress and me losing more of my
yeah.
hair.
I've heard, we've talked before, both on and off of your shows about everything that's going on. So yeah, I knew it'd been a while, but wow. Just thank you for letting me hang out, and for everyone in the chat as well, for being here. And yeah, just it's if you're curious about stuff I was talking about, for those that don't know me, I have a podcast, Salcedo Paranormal, and I do shows. I put out shows 5 nights a week. I record shows 4 nights a week usually, and so I'm always trying to sort of save some for if I need them. And yeah, just talk about all things paranormal and unexplained, and do some topic-based shows. Do some shows where I find accounts of experiences online and share those, and review some books here and there when I can. And so, yeah, thank you for letting me be on and plugging all that. And yeah, you can find all that, for anyone that doesn't know, is not familiar with me, at salcidoparanormal.com. That's SALSIDO paranormal.com, and go from there.
For sure. He got lots of great stories, and he's had and James got great books. He's written books. That's I got your link, your website pulled up now, so you just come over here and check his books. And he's um actually, I own a couple. I own this one and this one. I know I own two of them so far. They're over here somewhere. I seen them the other day.
I appreciate that, because yeah, it's a lot of work, but and these days it's extremely hard to make any kind of money at publishing books. So it's but yeah, it keeps me busy, and
Oh yeah, it's about the passion.
oh yeah,
It's about the
definitely.
passion of what you do and everything. But yeah, here we go. We got the James two. I gotta get the rest of them now. I gotta get the whole collection, but working on it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, those are the couple of nonfiction ones. So yeah, that's I'm not writing as much now. I'm mostly focused on the podcasting because I'm legally blind and have low vision, and so podcasting is easier. But yeah, thank you again, Ricky, for everything, and for having me on.
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see. Let me. I guess let me beat sweets to it. Let me go ahead and pop my merch store too myself. So what's up, Tate? Yeah. Cheesecake's always good. Uh, my top five favorite desserts. Before I say it, I like I love some good banana pudding.
Oh yes.
And then yeah, I always get a little bit of everything. We got desserts at one of the cookouts or something. I always get a piece of each pie or cake, or I got to try a little bit of everything. Brownies. I got a sweet tooth from hell. I really do.
Oh yeah. Same.
But yeah, check out my bonfire store here with got all kinds of fun shirts and stuff like that. I got some. I'm always, and if you get an idea, you can email me at. You can go to the website. The links are in the description, and you can email me if you want to, and send me an ideas on like shirts or something like that. If you got something an idea you have and you want to see it and you want to be able to get a shirt for it, just holler at me and I'll figure it out. And we can get yard flags if you want to really go big.
That's wild.
This crazy stuff that you can go on here, the coffee mug, and just having fun with it. So for sure, check it out. And then I'm trying to remember. Let's go ahead. I'll shout out all my friends. So we got Whitney. Check out her book. She's doing better after her surgery and everything. I understand. I gotta get my phone turned in and get charging port fixed. I'm tired of wireless charging on the thing. Sucker gets hot. But yeah, Whitney
Yeah.
don't have no legs like Jamie always says, and but she's an inspirational woman. She doesn't let none of that get her down. She made a book for kids and wants to do more, so kind of inspire the kids to do stuff. And so check that out and buy her book if you can. I have, and I know several others have. I know Sweets has, and um, it's a good read. So check it out. So like as always, I was saying earlier, check out my friends and try to help everybody grow. Of course, we want to make sure we um, shout out Trouble Minds is one of the reasons we kind of all, a lot of the people here met, or I know me and James for sure.
Yeah.
Trouble Minds. Check out the radio station, and then you can check out the actual podcast. And which me and James and several others are on the radio station, syndicated on. So if you listen, you never know who you're gonna hear, and which is fun. And then you turn around. Of course, we got the Trouble Minds show every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursdays.
Yep.
And check it out. Lots of amazing people come on there, and lots of ideas, and just you know, like Mike says, no politics or nothing like that. Just throwing ideas out there. If you want a little bit of politics, you got to come back over here with me, and we'll talk a little politics if we want to. But I want to get back and talking Bigfoot and crazy stuff too. So,
Well, I can always help you with that too.
oh
Whenever
yeah,
we-
I
when we get
enjoy
there.
that tire too. I did see a story, and I did a short. It hadn't come out yet. Well, I think I got it on TikTok, which TikTok don't count to me. But James, have you heard a story? Have you heard that George Washington was bulletproof?
No.
I didn't either until I happened to run upon it. It's amazing how all of a sudden I'm like, huh, let me look this up. Let me see. Is this BS or is this real? But George Washington actually had an Indian chief because they had a battle. Let me look at my notes. Let's see. I got notes on my notepad. Or was it on? I don't think it was on my notepad. No, I did Operation Often on my notepad. But he had a bottle when he was still he wasn't, of course, way before he was president. When he's in his 20s, and I'm gonna pull it up where I got my notes here. He had to battle Monongahela. I guess I said that right. I probably didn't. Back in 1755, he was 23. He was a colonel, and he was an aide. So he was driving. He was riding a horse back and forth, taking, delivering orders.
Right.
And he turned around, and at the end, he had 4 bullet holes in his coat. He had 2 horses shot from under him, and he had bullet fragments in his hair, but he didn't have a wound. One did not. Out of 86 officers as in the battle, 63 were killed or wounded, except later a Native American chief actually wanted to see. He's right before he passed away. He's like, look, I got to go see this man. I need to meet the man. So his people, his tribe actually took him up there. So he meet him, and he was like, he told the story. He's like, look, I fired at you personally. I'm an expert marksman. He's like, I actually personally fired at you for 17 times without hitting you. He's like, he said finally he told his his fighters, like, stop shooting and you're wasting ammo, because the Great Spirit was protected him, and that he could not die in battle. And
I was
it,
gonna say force field of some kind.
yeah, and he said he even predicted then that he would when he met him, he was before he became president. Then he said he actually predicted he would lead a great nation. So he would actually the Indian chief actually predicted he would become president. And
Huh.
but yeah, George. And I was like, I seen a short or like a reel on Facebook, and I was like, man, is that real? So I started looking it up and everything. And I was like, man, that's pretty wild. I never heard of that. They said he used to um, they used to talk about it a lot during I had it in school and stuff like that. But as more
Yeah.
just something that just went away, because
All that supernatural
yeah,
fakery
yeah.
stuff is just
Like, wait a minute.
BS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it really happened. He really did. They could not. Um, you know, there's he had some guardian angels or something protecting him for sure. Like you said, a force field
Yeah.
or
Well, there's all kinds of stuff throughout history where weird stuff happened, and like for different armies or different people in places where they were protected, and then they went on to, or they basically did not get hurt when they should have, or whatever, or they were outnumbered, and then all of a sudden things turned around, and they became this huge historical figure or army or whatever, and there's just all kinds of weirdness around that, and it does make you wonder who or what is behind that is and why, and how does that work, because is it, I mean, who is doing that, and why it just raises all those questions of that, and of how that works and why, and yeah, I mean, you can say it's just people sort of making up, mythologizing certain people or armies to make them seem more powerful, but there's just so many reports of that that I wonder if there is something to it.
yeah, like there's rumors, and speculation that during the Battle of Valley Forge that he's seen a UFO,
Mm-hmm.
and so I mean it makes you tie into like, okay, was he protected, like I said, the force field, was he protected by the aliens to keep him, who knows? It's one of them things but it's neat to go back and look at stuff, and like I said, and that's what I like to do on for the ones or the lurkers in the background. That's what I like to do on the channel. I like to find stuff that I hadn't heard of or anything. So
Yeah,
um,
that's a good one.
oh yeah, for sure. Oh, I can actually do my ads real quick. I don't know if can I do it real quick. I don't see. Rumble is getting up enough. Let's see if I can do it today. I don't know. Let's see. We'll try it. All right. Let me run my ads at the very end, and then we'll get out of here. Let's set up and start. There we go. All right. All right. This task, let's see, is sponsorship from Rumble, one that incredibly important to survival of the company. When Rumble first started in 2013, they built a platform for the small creator. They didn't censor or have biases. They were fair and treated all creators equally. No one thought platforms could censor political conversations or censor opinions on COVID, but they did. Facebook admitted they felt the pressure from Biden and Harris administration. Rumble did not. They held the line as they were attacked daily for giving us a voice to talk to you. They are attacked in a corporate media. They are attacked by governments like France. They are attacked from brand advertisers who refuse to work with them. Corporate America is fighting to remove speech. Rumble is fighting to keep it. Rumble won't survive a brand advertisers. They don't get much of it. Watching our show on Rumble is the most that can ask from you. But if you really believe in this fight, if you had the means, one major way you can help Rumble survive is join Rumble Premium. So you don't have to have ads. Ads are bad. Join the community that believes in the First Amendment and believes in the human right to free speech. Rumble is offering $10 off when you promo code STUDIO when you purchase an annual subscription. Go to rumble.com premium and use promo code STUDIO. Like I said, if you have the means and believe in the cause, now is the time to join Rumble Premium. If you don't have the means, we are happy if you just watch us on Rumble. See how that goes. Yay!
That's quite the good reading there.
Yeah, I'm trying to do my little advertising voice there.
Nicely done. I don't know if I could do it.
I think I sounded better last week. I can only do another one. Like, I don't know if I had to read all three to get my. I don't know. I had to figure this out. I might have to read all three. If I do, I might have to start this a little sooner. Yeah, oh well. If I don't get this week, I don't get this week. I'm having fun talking in a voice, but appreciate it.
The very beginning, do one in the middle, do one at the end. You'd be all set.
Yeah. I had to you got to have the numbers up to a certain point before you can do it, and then you got to read the little thing. But there's a few other ones. Actually, I got a bunch of them on here today, so I could do. But now I got to wait 20 minutes or something.
Oh boy.
Who knows? Oh well, I'm having fun. Like I said, it's always about. I appreciate everybody coming on here, and as always, y'all keep on keeping on, and the peace and chicken grease. Y'all be good.
Got to keep on, keep it on, baby.